Good evening, everyone. There are reports of another deadly riot at the Mississippi State Penitentiary in Parchman tonight. WXVT is reporting a large disturbance in multiple units at the prison. Sources tell WCBI that the Mississippi Highway Patrol's Special Operations Group is there to help quell the violence along with other law enforcement agencies. There was also reports of a fire at MSP. Inmates are posting videos on social media from behind bars. Despite requests at this time, the Mississippi Department of Corrections has not released any information about the ongoing incident. Meanwhile, an inmate at the Chickasaw County Regional Correctional Facility is dead and 2 others injured after a fight in the MDOC pod early this morning. 26-year-old Gregory Ameri was killed in the melee around midnight. Chickasaw County Sheriff Jim Myers says this all happened right after corrections officers did a bed check to make sure prisoners were in their spots before the lights were turned out. Officers saw the brawl on security cameras and went to break it up. They found Ameri had been stabbed. 2 other inmates were injured. One was taken to a Tupelo hospital, the third to a Calhoun County hospital. MBI and MDOC are investigating deputies there in that investigation.
That pod had over 50 in that pod, so it's a lot of interviews that's got to take place. We have a lot of video footage to look over, and like I say, right now we're trying to piece together if we can try and figure out what led to this altercation.
Now, an autopsy has been ordered for the MDOC inmate, Ameri. He was serving a 15-year sentence for burglary of an unoccupied dwelling out of Tate County. Investigators are also trying to determine if this homicide is related to a deadly fight at the Mississippi State Penitentiary on Tuesday night. No corrections officers were injured in the incident. Now, a lockdown continues at all state, private, and regional prisons across Mississippi. The Mississippi Department of Corrections says the movement of inmates is limited to emergencies only. Visitation is canceled this weekend. MDOC says it is investigating the violence and using resources to address the fights. The agency is providing limited information because of what it says is an active investigation. MDOC says it will release information as it becomes available and does not jeopardize the safety at the prisons. In other news today, Lowndes County deputies are asking for help to find a missing man. Sean Bankston has not been seen since November 26. Bankston's mother says he does not have a phone or means of transportation. He reportedly walked to his mom's home from Chicago, Illinois. Bankston has short dreads and weighs about 165 pounds. It is not known what he was last wearing. If you have any information, call the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department. Over in Clay County, deputies are also searching for a missing man. 59-year-old David Box hasn't been seen since early yesterday morning. Deputies say his vehicle was last seen in a flooded area at McLemore Bottom in northern Clay County. The Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks is assisting West Point Fire and Rescue, Sheriff's Office, Emergency Management, and volunteers all looking for him. If you have any information on where Mr. Box is tonight, call the Sheriff's Department or 911. A 3-car crash causes big delays in Lowndes County this morning. The crash accident happened on Highway 82 near the Highway 45 South exit. State troopers say a Nissan ran off the side of the road and hit a median barrier. That vehicle was hit by another SUV. The Mississippi Highway Patrol says a waste truck also hit the Nissan. Cynthia White of Columbus was taken to the hospital. The driver of the other vehicles were not injured. MHP is investigating that accident.
And as you see, there are lots of rain on Highway 82 this afternoon, and that rain is continuing. We've got this fire hose effect of rain coming off from the south and the west. Let me put a pause on this for you. We've got some heavier rain right now coming through the Golden Triangle, even a few strikes of lightning coming through Lowndes and Oktibbeha County right now. But let me move this down to the Jackson radar site, and what you'll see is some of these heavier storms that could be coming into the southern portion of our area. Southern portions south of Highway 82, like Winston County, Noxubee County, could see some stronger storm activity later tonight. So we're going to keep a very close eye on that. As I mentioned, very wet right now, wet for tomorrow. But the good news is the first weekend of 2020 does look dry, a little chilly though. I'll have that full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Joey.
The new year is already off to a rainy start, as we just heard Trevor say. Road crews across the area are watching for flash flooding. Over the next 24 hours, nearly 4 inches of rain is expected to fall in Starkville and could put roads underwater. Ottumwa County Supervisor Orlando Traynor says one of the big reasons for flooding is clogged drains. Supervisors are trying to address the problem, but they're also asking for help from the public.
We're asking residents, if they see some places out there that may be blocked, that need the county's assistance to unblock them, please notify our road department so we can get someone out to see if we can open all culverts and drains so water can come and flow and go where it needs to go.
For more information on who to call to report a clogged or blocked drain, visit our website, WCBI.com. And when severe weather does strike, it's important for your family to have a plan. It's also good to know the rules of your community shelter. That's why Ottumwa County supervisors will meet Monday to discuss the regulations for the shelter in Starkville. Some of those topics will cover staffing and security for when people are taking cover from a storm. County leaders will also talk about what will be allowed in the shelter. The FDA is announcing new steps to try to stop the teen vaping epidemic, but the policy stopped far short of what health experts demanded. Kenneth Craig reports that, sparking an angry outcry.
The Trump administration announced a crackdown on flavored e-cigarettes, promising to remove the products that are most popular with young people. That includes all mint, fruit, and dessert flavored cartridges.
The enforcement policy we're issuing today confirms our commitment to dramatically limit children's access to certain flavored e-cigarette products we know are so appealing to them.
Anti-tobacco groups immediately objected, saying the policy stops short.
We're deeply disappointed.
Both tobacco and menthol-flavored products will be allowed to stay on the market.
Kids who are using flavors like mint will simply move over to menthol.
The Department of Health and Human Services says virtually all e-cigarettes on the market are illegal, having failed to apply to the FDA for authorization. Banned flavors will be the priority of this enforcement action and will be removed from shelves within 30 days. For all electronic nicotine products, manufacturers have until mid-May to apply for an application.
It would be nothing short of criminal if the FDA allowed the flavored e-cigarette products that have caused over 5 million of our youth under the age of 18 to use these products to get back on the market.
18-year-old Chance Amarada was one of those youths and told CBS last year it may have contributed to his lung injury.
I just freaked out, and they said, "Your lung has collapsed. You have to go to surgery right now."
The policy will apply to closed cartridge pods, but not the refillable e-liquids sold in vape shops, which are most popular with adults. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, New York.
The American Vaping Association responded in a statement saying that banning flavors and closed systems will result in more adults smoking conventional cigarettes.
There could be a hidden danger in your home. I'm Michelle Medina with a warning about recalled products.